in pursuit of this very coveted title and the first prize of £8,000 yesterday. And the four that have made it to the semi-finals are Bob Anderson, the holder and the world #1, and the English outsider, Kevin Spiolek. And then there's John Lowe, the reigning world champion, versus his keenest rival, Eric Bristow, 5 times a world master. Both matches played over the best of 3 sets, the best of 3 legs in each. Well, we start with Bob Anderson's continuing bid to retain his title, the world #1, playing the Englishman, the lesser-known Kevin Spiolek, the left-hander from Cambridge. The commentator at the Kensington Rainbow now is Dave Lanning.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The first set, first leg, Bob to throw first. Game on.
Determinedly hanging on to his crown, Bob Anderson in this first semi-final with the first darts.
100.
And he faces the outsider of the semi-finalists, 25-year-old contract surveyor from Cambridge, Kevin Spiolek.
140.
Anderson, of course, the world #1. Absolutely flat out to ensure
100.
he drops no points in this event. But there's a long way to go, and young Spiolek here has been the spoiler.
60.
Bob really had a touch-and-go quarter-final against the courageous and very plucky Paul Reynolds from Huddersfield earlier today.
60.
Spiolek here created the surprise of the quarterfinals, taking out world match play or ex-world match play champion Mike Gregory. He's already beaten Bob Seneve as well, the Canadian #4 seed.
$100. 138. Bob requires 141. 59. Kevin requires 68.
For the first leg against the throw, 68 going. Now, just 2 fours, and that one audibly clipped the wire.
64. Bob requires 82.
2 ways of going: bull double 16 or treble 14 double top. 57 now going, and now tops.
62. Kevin requires 4.
He has given Spiolek a second bite at the cherry,
Yes,
and he accepts that invitation.
Kevin Spiolek.
16 darts, and the outsider takes the first leg against the throw.
Second leg, Kevin to throw first.
Well, that's the maximum at the top of the second leg, and we should say here that Spiolek here has been in sensational form around the boards in his native parts. He did a 9-dart finish. Look at that from
20.
Anderson. Spiolek here, as we were saying, has just done a 9-dart finish in Bedworth. Well, we certainly put the mockers on that little prospect. Still, clearly the lad's in form.
$100. 60.
Unable to maintain that pace, Spiolek, 41.60 in the last 2 throws. Anderson trying to psych himself up.
60.
Full house here again at the Rainbow Suites. They've come from all over the world, 28 nations, we remind you. Very interesting, listen to the conversation around the hall.
140.
All kinds of languages and dialects. People ordering beer and finish is quite an interesting prospect.
140. Kevin requires 80.
For the first set. 2 11s now. 57
69.
left, 22.
Bob requires 81.
He's a nervous 90s for Anderson. He's living dangerously. And now the bullseye.
56.
You heard the clip yourself.
Kevin requires 11.
3-4-4, surely. Ah, it's got 6. Now 2 2s.
9 scored. Bob requires 25.
And the world number 1 is off the hook. And now 8 left. 2 4s.
Yes,
getting it right eventually.
Bob Anderson. Third leg, Bob to throw first.
Well, Anderson lost the first leg with the darts, so he's back in business now, but he's certainly not playing at his peak.
41.
Far from it. Spiolek here had just a spot of trouble when it counted. Should perhaps come away from that dart. Only
45.
just maintaining contact with the board. And Anderson beginning to exert his influence.
$140.
The famous Anderson shotgun finger for the maximum 180 salute.
100. Bob requires 140.
Well, it's a possibility. That's a single 20-second dart.
100. Bob requires 40.
For the set. And now 2 10s.
Kevin requires 116.
It's a chance for the young Cambridgeshire player. Anderson certainly hasn't been as authoritative on his double finish as we have seen. Now 2 18s for the set.
Yeah!
And he's pulled it out of the fire. Anderson punished for dabbling on doubles.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Second set. First leg, Kevin to throw first. Game on, please.
Well, Master Spiolek here has taken out Michael Gregory, one West Countryman. He possibly do a remarkable double.
140.
Anderson was not at his best in that first set.
$41.
And he won't be rapturous about that opening for the second set.
$100. $60.
Strangely subdued Anderson.
$100. $100. Kevin requires
Spiolek a long way clear. 161 is within range. It is now 51 317s. May have been going for 319s.
83.
Certainly a long way off 317s. Still a cushion in the scoring for the Cambridgeshire lad.
60.
Anderson
Kevin requires
is struggling.
78.
Now 24.
Yes, that's the best leg. Kevin Spiolek.
14 darts, and Bob Anderson, the Limestone Cowboy, has some very
Second
hard
leg,
riding
Bob
to do.
throw first.
He's got to
Game
take
on
this
leads.
leg and the next one to stay alive.
$100.
Single with the second dart.
100. $140. $100.
Spiolek is not giving much away.
$60.
And there certainly is an anxiety about the play of the reigning champion.
$45.
Well, now that is an opportunity for Anderson to gain advantage here in this leg. He must win.
60.
Well, he hasn't really caned him. Down at a shot, Anderson. But it's an off-key Bob at the moment.
$100. Bob requires 141.
If ever he needed one of his big finishes, it's around now. He'll come out.
88. Kevin requires 156.
Two treble 20s would make life very interesting. There's one. There's another one. Two 18s.
120.
And Kensington held his breath there.
53.
Now Anderson, under all kind of pressure. Double top, daren't miss.
Yes, that's a second leg to Bob Anderson. Third leg, Kevin to throw first. Game on, please.
Well, Anderson has staved off one D-Day, but now he has to do it again because Spiolek here has the darts top of the third and decisive leg. Heavy weather for the reigning champ. The sun's beginning to peep through now.
180.
It looks as though a weight has been lifted from the shoulders of Bob Anderson from Swindon.
81. $100. $100. $100.
180, 100, 100 from Anderson in this leg. Decider of the second set. He's down at a shot. 1-2-1 and could kill in 12 darts.
140.
Spiolek is a real
Bobby
terrier.
Price,
He's got his teeth in again.
121.
1-2-1. 70 now going. Now the ball. What a finish this could be.
96.
Just the wrong side of the wire.
Kevin requires 140.
Well, could Spiolek, who almost stole it on a 1-5-6 finish last time. No, not this time. The trebles elude him.
60. Bob requires 25.
And knows he can't dwell on a double here. 25 going. 16.
Yes, that's the second.
Much more
Bob Anderson.
workman-like attitude to finishing. 14 darts. Anderson takes the second set. We're back at all square.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the
Bob Anderson went on to take the deciding set very easily, and so he was then just one step away from retaining his World Masters title. Now in the